They can't wait for a setup because they're filled with FOMO. They got their money in their account and they're like, if it's not being traded, it's not working.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell.
Are you looking to take the guesswork out of trading? Well, you need to get the Secret Investing book. It's the underground playbook that 10-minute stock traders are using to take the guesswork out of trading every single day. You can get your free copy over at secretinvestingbook.com. That's secretinvestingbook.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and watch all of our past episodes over at sharevision.com. Good afternoon, traders. I didn't realize I'm like super in the shadows right here. That's weird. Damn, this is my angle. I don't know. I'm super dark. I don't get it. I do the same thing every day, and some days it looks one way, and some days it looks another. It is so great to see you guys. Happy August the 23rd. I've been working on speeches all day long. It has been a very busy day. But you know what? I'm excited about it. Hope you guys are doing great. So, real quick, right quick. In the chat, or on your web screen? On your screen right now is the link that I want you guys to share to your friends and family members, because I want to send you some sweet swag, some sweet merch. This Friday, we are hosting our web class, How to Dominate Trading When You Have No Idea What's Going to Happen. All right. And of course, I got this this great thumbnail that Rude's created where it's like me as a wizard with my crystal ball. Yes, I predict this will happen. And you don't have to be that way, right? But we're going to cover the number one reason why you're making high-risk investments that rarely pay off. Yeah. And how to stop it. How you can take the guesswork out of trading doing this. And it sure beats grinding away as a struggling trader. And lastly, the famous last words of traders, and this is your warning. So be sure you come live to that. That'll be live this Friday, August 26th, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. April is going to send you text messages and everything to remind you of when we're going live. But this is the link that we want to send for people who are not in our trading room, because this will only be available live until Monday, or available for free until Monday. On Monday, it comes down and it's permanently archived inside of our 10-minute trading room. And you can go here in the trading room and go to the members only live training. And you get this. You get all the trainings that we've done. And you get to keep them forever. So yeah, definitely be sure to come live. It's important to me that you come live. And it's important to me that you invite your friends and family, because it is an opportunity for them to ask questions. And when they ask questions, that helps everybody. Right? When they ask questions, we get the answers, and we can use that in our trading every single day. So be sure that you come for that. And of course, we got a webinar challenge. Now, the webinar challenge this week is it's a pretty easy one, a pretty exciting one. You get your choice of the hat, you get your choice of the zip-up hoodie, or you get your choice of the bull market shirt. And the way to win the webinar challenge is super easy. Invite your friends and family, come live, and invite them to come live. And that's it. Super easy. So let me catch up with the chat here. Victor, good morning. Maria, you do a great job of always coming live and inviting somebody. So that is pretty spectacular. Glad to see you guys. Okay, this is going to be a short and sweet and easy one today. So let's move into our day trades, and we'll talk about that real quick. Stumbled over my words there. Okay, so here's the intraday 12-minute chart on the SPY. That's all we're looking at here. And I mean, if you take a look, zooming out just a little bit, you can see the SPY's been monkey hammered pretty hard, right? We're only looking long right now. Sorry, there's a lot of lines on there. Let me clean that up. We're only looking long right now because the 10 is over the 20 and price is over the 50. That makes a bullish trend. Fact. And we're not going to fight the trend. We're not going to counter trend trade. We're trading with a longer term trend. Now, this is waning. This is losing steam, but it's still a bullish trend technically. The 10 is over the 20, price is over the 50. But looking in the intraday, okay, want to look on the intraday, price was below all moving averages all day long. So there was no long trade to be had. Because of that, you just sit back and you relax. You don't stress, you don't freak out, you don't worry about it, right? There's a lot of people who are losing a lot of money right now, and it's not us, because we're waiting patiently which is going to be part of our final thoughts. We're waiting patiently for our setups to develop. So yeah, you can go and you can click around, you can try and find something, or you can follow your rules and let them tell you when the trades are happening. So pretty simple, pretty easy today. Ernie, good to see you. Hey, do me a favor. How do I pronounce your name? I want to say it correctly. Is it Yaskaran? If there was a way you could phonetically type it out for me, I would love to be able to say that correctly for you. Trust me, with a last name like Yule, I always like to tell people, with a last name like Yule, ain't nobody ever say it right. So I believe it's Yaskaran. If not, let me know, and I will. I'll do my best to say it correctly. Dr. Sinclair, good to see you, sir. Brian, waiting on the sidelines. Yeah, that's the only move right now. That is the move right now. So let's move into our market analysis, and we'll talk about why we're waiting on the sidelines. Over here. All right, this is the 10-minute trading room. This is how to trade only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, with our 10 minutes to freedom trading strategy, it always starts with the market. We're not going to force anything. We're going to let the market tell us what we're going to do. In fact, that's what I don't have Mark's quote here. He talks about how you can let the market show you what it's doing. You can let the market play its cards before you do anything. That's what we're doing right now, okay? We need to see the 10 over the 20 and price over the 50, which on the daily chart, we have the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. Honestly, this could be an amazing pullback constructing here, and we might see it just rocket ship higher. I don't know. I'm not making any guesses, right? We could see it do something like this. I don't know. I don't have to know. Going back to this. I don't have to know. I just know the trend currently is bullish. And because the trend is bullish, I'm only looking for bullish setups. Now, we're looking at the MMFI. 67% today. That still says 2/3. 2/3. 2 out of 3 stocks in the S&P 500 are above their own 50-day moving average. 2/3 are above their own 50-day. That's bullish. Lastly, FinClub came through with a yellow day today. Now, with our strategy here, we want only greens. In fact, I have a meeting with FinClub again on Friday with the developers over there. We want only greens. I mean, it's red light, green light. And FinClub kept us out of a lot of trouble over the last week with several reds and oranges in a row to keep us in cash before this turnaround happened. So, is what it is. This does not set up. When all market conditions are not set up, today is a transition day. It's a transition day because we have 100% cash, we're not in the market already, and we're waiting for valid market setups. And of course, the first question you ask yourself is, how long do we have to wait? Wait in cash. This is two-time U.S. investing champion telling us this. Wait in cash for proper market setups. How long? As long as it takes. I always like to preface that because I know that some people come into the trading room, they want action. They want to be doing stuff all day long. This is not a casino. Okay? This is not entertainment. This is strategic investing, strategic trading. And there are times where the strategy is hanging out and waiting. It's all is good. Yaskaran. Okay. Unless it's Jaskaran. Sorry, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I just want to say it correctly, Yaskaran. Is it Yas like Yas? Or is it Jas like Jasper? Help me out with that. I want to do you correctly. Is it Yas like Yas or Jas like Jasper? Isaac, good to see you, man. Okay, let's move over into our final thoughts. This is going to be a pretty easy one today. Let's move into our final thoughts. All right, this is a great account to follow if you're not already. I really like Knobs Trades. Traders are so impatient and can't wait for a setup because they are filled with FOMO, the fear of missing out. Traders cannot wait. They are so impatient. They can't wait for a setup because they're filled with FOMO. They got their money in their account and they're like, if it's not being traded, it's not working. Tell me you haven't had that thought. I've had that thought. Everyone has that thought. If it's not being traded, it's not being put to work, it's not working. there's a good amount of time where cash is the trade. Just because the market is moving does not mean you need to be clicking that mouse. Ooh, that's a good one. Just because the market's moving does not mean you need to be clicking the mouse. Stick to the rules that you have tested, which we do every single day, that you've tested. Otherwise, you're just throwing darts at a dartboard. Otherwise, you're just walking in the casino, pulling the slot machine, and seeing what comes out. No, that's not how it's done. It's how people think it's done, right? That's the sexy, exciting way that people think trading goes. That's not how it goes. 90% of trading is waiting, and then you pounce. Just like Jasper. Yes, awesome. Jaskaran. I am so glad that we got that worked out. Great way to ask. Thanks, Isaac. You got it, man. Jaskaran, you're good. Great final thoughts today. I know. This is an excellent, excellent account to follow. I have a handful of accounts that I follow with alerts on, and this is one. Mark is one. Move. Hang on. Mark is one. This account, I think I'm going to have to zoom out just a little bit. Sorry. Mark is one of the accounts that I follow with alerts turned on. I still want to zoom in just a little bit. Mark. And then this account, Money Trade Edge, is really good. Julian Komar is really good. And Knobs Trade. And of course, my friend Mitch over at Benzinga. Yeah, these are the accounts that I have alerts turned on because I want to know what they're saying, right? They have amazing tweets, really great stuff. And it's not always about sitting on the Twitter waiting for the best trade idea to come through. No, I love it because they do fantastic content as far as trading psychology, and then we can use that to kind of explore that deeper, right? To put our own commentary on it. So yeah, I like those guys. Those are good. If you guys aren't following, you totally should. You know what? That's going to be it today. There are days where 10-minute trading could be 30-second trading, right? And that's kind of what today is. We saw the market is not trending in the way that we need to. Well, I guess it is trending, but we're not getting the setups that we need to. That's really the way to look at it. We're not getting the setups that we need. So really, the best trade right now is holding cash. Checking in. Tyler, hey, just listen to your Larry Hite. Dude, Larry Hite was one of the most influential people in my entire life. Can I tell you guys a story real quick? And then I'll let you go. I'm sorry. This is not trading involved. But I grew up, let's say very modestly. I grew up in a double-wide mobile home, rural Texas. My parents still live there on a farm. And when I take my kids out there, I tell them all these stories, right? Like the other day, I was telling them about how when I wanted eggs as a kid, I would have to go out to the barn and dig them out from the chickens. I hated those chickens. God, it's like they would peck me constantly. And the only good chicken is one on my plate, is what I used to say. I had that I had that thought when I was like 8 years old. So yeah. A lot has changed since then, but I didn't grow up with means by a long, long mile. And the first time I went to my trading psychologist, I kind of feel bad for saying this, but I felt this way a lot because it wasn't too long after I had a chance to work with Larry. And I remember talking to him about how much what's the word I want to say? It's not adored, it's not cherished, how much I looked up to Larry. Larry really was a pioneer in trading. Really, really was. And I remember telling my trading psychologist, I feel guilty about this, but it's honest. I remember telling my trading psychologist that I wish Larry had been in my family. I wish Larry had been my granddad or my dad, so that I could have learned from him exactly all the amazing lessons he did. Now, granted, looking back, that's not the right way to go about things, I know. But I was really emotional at that time and working through some things with my dad as well. And that was just coming off having worked with Larry. But I really, really appreciate Larry. I mean, he's like 99 years old. The fact that I actually got a chance to work with him was a huge blessing. And, if it weren't for Larry, there's a lot of people who would have a lot less opportunities. I'll put it that way, right? He created a lot of jobs. He created a lot of wealth for people who also created jobs, right? There's the wealth ripple effect that we always talk about. Great example of the wealth ripple effect. One of my assistants, Rudes, she's buying a house, and that made me feel incredible because if I were not pursuing my passion that I learned from Larry, and I learned from Mark, and I learned from these other people, if I had not pursued my passion the way that they had pursued their passion, Rudes wouldn't be able to buy her home. That's why I do what I do. That's the wealth ripple effect right there. That is what drives me. And I tell my kids this all the time. It's not about getting rich. The word rich is almost dirty to me. I don't like the word rich. I like the word wealthy. I want to be as wealthy as possible, because if I'm wealthy as possible, then I can spread that to as many people as possible. I don't mean like giving things away. Not at all. I mean creating jobs, right? Imagine one of our things is we are looking... maybe I'm giving too much away here. One of our things is we're eventually planning on building a really big home, if you want to consider it that way. And when we have our really big home, we're going to need a lot of people to help take care of it. We're going to need gardeners. We're going to need landscapers. We're going to need house cleaners. We're going to need pool technicians. We're going to need all this stuff. And all that stuff is not free. All those people's time and effort and money, or all their time and effort and attention, is not free. You need money for that. So by getting as wealthy as I possibly can be, and I wish the same for you, by getting as wealthy as you can be, you can spread the wealth ripple effect. By giving people jobs. By helping people feed their families. By helping people buy a home. That's what motivates me. That's the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night. Because I know the Lord God above shined down on me and told me that this is what I am for, is making that wealth ripple effect. And we are just getting started. So thank you guys so much for coming. Isaac says, yeah, man, I like your big home idea of people take care of it. Yeah, hell yeah. Big home / mansion. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Thank you for letting me have a minute to kind of share with you what drives me. I hope to see you tomorrow afternoon. I will also see you in the Discord. Be sure you are signing in there so you can keep track of the day trades. And be sure to share with your friends the webinar.10minutestocktrader link so that you can get the free merch. Right? I don't charge for this. I buy it to give to you. Wealth ripple effect. So thank you guys so much for coming. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Talk soon. Hey, don't forget, before you head out, head to secretinvestingbook.com right now to get your free copy of the Secret Investing Book. This is how to finally get a positively unfair advantage in the stock market. And it has 13 of the secrets that Wall Street does not want you to know. And I want to send this to you for free today. Just help me by covering shipping. And the way you can do that is by going to secretinvestingbook.com. That's secretinvestingbook.com, and I'll ship this out for you right away.